is for the customer to be able to have more access to what the appliances you're pulling. You can actually go up the meter and see what appliances are pulling by, flipping breakers if you want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what they're calling it the home area network, that's one of the terms they've been using. That's the second radio, and that second radio, when you start getting smart appliances, you want to do the home area network. That is a voluntary program. It's not here yet, but people would volunteer to go on that. You will be able to see what's going on in your house. You'll get faster energy rates. You'll be able to see what the price is at that time, how much you're paying for electricity once that other radio turns on. This meter they're looking at quarter 2011 for other future stuff like solar. The meter right now cannot handle solar. It can handle the kilowatts from solar, but it can't handle the billing. Electric vehicles is another one that's coming. That also will play in the area network as well, the smart appliances.
Right, I've heard that, for instance, when everybody comes home now at 6 p.m., the deployment of the electric vehicle, that you're going to have an even larger spike than your peak day demands. And if you can there's some sort of deferment or delay, so when people plug in their car, then it starts charging at midnight, once everybody shuts off their TVs and everything, then that way the smart meter is going to be a huge success, and it's going to allow for...
Correct, yeah, they allow for also, this smart meter also allows for different rate structures for residential. Typically, residential people are on what they call the E1. There's other different rate structures they're on, but with the smart meter now, you're going to start seeing more people go on what they call an E9 rate, which is the electric vehicle rate, which allows you to get really cheap kW, kilowatt hour, during the middle of the night to charge a vehicle. They're going to see that. You're going to see solar rates, different solar rates that we're able to go on. Right now, anybody that has solar, they're on a time of use meter, just like anybody with electric vehicle, they're on a time of use meter. We're not changing them out until 2011.
Okay, so in 2011 it's going to change from a time of use?
They're going to change it back to a smart meter. They said quarter 2, 2011. They might take a little longer than that, but they're definitely those who have the time of use meter. We have gone out in certain time of use situations and changed smart meter that can handle it when smart meter can handle it. And we've also made the mistake where we've gone out and changed how to time for smart meter, and it's the wrong thing. We go back with the time of use meter on. We'll send a letter out to the people that have time of use meters to let them know that they will be getting, they will be in the neighborhood for a smart meter.
Was your question though as far as appliance, how much energy those appliances are drawing, or when the appliances become smart, and how do you communicate with them?
The latter. As far as I've heard that, for instance, a pump on a freezer is like one of the largest consumers of electricity, and now with the smart meters, they'll be able to signal something to the fridge so that the frequency of the pump can be spaced out further during the peak demand times. So I'm just wondering when we can expect that, because I've heard that the smart meter is very technologically advanced and the appliances aren't there yet, so we gotta wait for things to kind of mesh up.
The appliances are not all there yet, and that's when the appliances start going, that's when you're going to see more people use the home area network, where the customer can control that.
Okay.
That's what home area network's for. Any other questions?
So when one of these gets installed, does the resident automatically get set up with an online account so that if they notice a usage surge, they can just log on and kind of see the hourly, or is it something like that to call PG&E and they analyze it for you, or together?
Great question. No, they don't automatically get an online account. What happens is all you do when you get your smart meter, give it like a billing cycle or two, usually a billing cycle, then they're able to have you online. And what happens is they would go to PG&E.com. A lot of people have online accounts already set up to pay their bill at PG&E. I have one. What you do is you go to PG&E.com/smart meter, you click on My Smart Meter, you would type in your account number and a user ID, click OK, and then your information will come up. And that's all they have to do. It's really, really easy. You know, all your information will come up and you can look at your spikes. I mean, we also have access when we talk to customers. We have a tool where we can help log in with the customer and see the spikes with them. I mean, we also can view it in our billing database, but we also can pull up the same charts. In fact, this is what the charts look like. I'll pass this down. The charts look like that. I believe this. I don't know if this is electric or gas. Daily energy. Oh, this is gas. Daily energy usage. But yeah, that's what they look like. I'll pass these down. These are also how to read the meter. We have one more. Two. Okay, so. Yeah, there's all kinds of charts that break down the usage of all your usage. You can break it down. You can compare month to month. As smart meters go in, you'll be able to compare you longer than that. They're talking possibly even compare year to year Right now, you can't really you can somewhat do that, but it's not going to be hourly because a lot of people with a smart meter before, without having a smart meter on electric before, you couldn't compare it hourly, you couldn't compare it daily. They basically came by once a month and got your readings. And just to let you know, just on the accuracy part, we are still, when your meter gets installed, we don't immediately start reading your meter remotely. The meter reader still comes around for at least 2 billing cycles, and what they do is they take the meter reader's readings and the smart meter readings and match them up. So if the one is off from the other, then they do an investigation why it's off, and they figure it out. And so we still do have meter readers come around and still check the accuracy. I know someone mentioned about the accuracy of the meters. That came into question. A lot of folks were calling. A lot of folks were calling before my time. My bill's gone up $200. What's going on? And we came to find out. We looked at their bill. Their usage stayed the same, but what happened was PG&E had a rate increase that went into effect like in March. So in the summer months, we got really, really hot. Like in Kern County, reached over 18 days over 100 degrees. When that happened, people that are paying $250 for the electricity were now paying $350. So they did see the increase because of that. But there's also been times where customers have been overbilled, and we ask people when they have been overbilled to please call us. There's a phone number on the bottom of the fact sheet to call us, and what happens is the customer service rep either tries to help them, and if they need more of a deep dive, they'll send an email to myself or Richard Pond, and we contact the customer back and go deeper dive. We send it out, we look at it, send it to our billing department to credit. We be credit. Also have other people look at their usage. If there's a problem meter, we send a meter tech out to check the meters.
That happened to me. I was paying my neighbor's gas bill.
Oh!
Yeah, and new apartment I moved into last year, and then we had to figure it out exactly. So we just turned on our stove and figured out that from the meter that the other one was spinning, so we were hooked up to the wrong gas account.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, it happens.
I mean,
and
yeah,
it's
there's
underneath the
human
sidewalk,
errors,
and it's
yeah.
just covered in cobwebs.
Definitely. There's
They
definitely.
figured it out. So.
So we will do as much as we can to help. I mean, there's been instances where we've gone to the customer's house and done an audit to really identify what it is that's causing the concerns. Like he was mentioning in Kern County, we're talking about folks that already pay in higher tiers because of their usage during the winter and summer months. And then when we had the increase in rates, it just kind of shot them up. So it was kind of the perfect storm of just things that happened, and it caused them to go into different rate brackets.
So another question for you. The city right now can request aggregate information as far as the electricity and natural gas usage of commercial, residential, and municipal sector. And will we eventually be able to request real-time data as far as on an annual basis at what times the power's peaking and look at our community more specifically?
That's a good question.
I'm not positive on that. Let me write that question down because I can definitely find out.
Okay, because we can send a request to GHG info request. John Bowman?
John Bowman.
Yeah, is the manager of that. And so I was just wondering I understand.
We can definitely ask him about that and follow up with him. I don't know that answer.
I remember from a previous presentation from PG&E, they mentioned that they can release that data, but not any personal information, but club data. So for 15 residences or more, they could give away that information.
I'm sure that we can. We want to confirm for you and make sure that we're giving you the right answer. I know that they're looking at different ways of breaking down the data to help the cities achieve some of their GHG goals. And so I know that that's something that's being discussed. I just don't know what the final response is, but it's possible. I'm sure it's possible. We just need to get confirmation for you. You have a question?
I did. When this goes out, it's multilingual when you send out the information, and then big print just to, because I have seniors who wouldn't be able to read this information.
I don't think we have it in big print.
I don't think we have it in big print, but that's a suggestion I'm going to take back to the people that print these. I mean, we do have on the door hanger there should be in multi-languages. I think it's definitely, and I know it's definitely in Spanish. I know we have fact sheets like these available in Spanish and Cantonese right now. As more demand comes on about different factions, different languages they're making them. But as far as big print, that's a fantastic suggestion. I know because I have a hard time seeing myself, and I have to hold my newspaper close sometimes. So I will definitely write that down.
And do y'all hold community workshops for how to read the meters and analyze the data?
We don't on the norm, but we can definitely set one up for you. That's the kind of request that we're asking from you, is where do you think we need to be and who do we need to be reaching? Because we're doing constant presentations already. We've set up answer centers. We've done a few in Oakland. We're doing one now in Piedmont. We can always look at opportunities in Richmond. And what an answer center really is we bring the technology. We have Mike or Rich there, or we rotate in other PG&E staff to be visible, have an opportunity for folks to come in and ask us questions about the technology, help them understand about how to set up a profile, what it means to go online, how to read the meters. So folks walk through, and it's just open for a period of time. Like yesterday, we had the Piedmont location open. We did one in Oakland at our payment center, 1919 Webster. So as people came in to pay their utility bill, they stopped by our table and asked questions about the smart meter. And then we're in the community at different community festivals as well. So we'll be participating in a few events that are coming up in the like for example the Fruitvale district of Oakland. So we can talk with the Hispanic community because that's a community that's sometimes hard to reach. So we'll be talking with them. We've done some senior presentations, we've done town halls. So we're always looking for those opportunities. So if you have something that you think this would be ideal, let us know because we'd like to be there.
In fact, that's what Roxanne said. We're actually talking about it right now to actually have an answer center in Richmond at the payment center. Probably November, December timeframe. They're discussing it right now, and we'd probably be there. Can't say probably one day a week for a month. We come out for like a 4 or 5 hour period, and we're there so people can ask us questions. Payment centers, we can log into the internet, so we can actually bring up accounts when we're out. Like yesterday, we were out in a park. We didn't have internet access, but we did take notes on anybody who had questions, and we called them back this morning and went line by line with them. We also did how to read your meter and community question and answer last night over at Sojourner Church with the Hilltop, I want to say, Resident Association. We had about 25 people show up last night. We went through we showed them how the meters work, we answered questions regarding the program, and it went really, really well. And we tend to do that. It just depends on timing.
Well, sometimes, if I have to go out and do it, that's fine, but I like for the experts to do it. But if I need to, do it, that's fine too. We all tag team and really try to meet the schedules.
Absolutely.
If you guys have any future events, you can send them to us and we can forward it out to our listserv too, just to get more residents there.
We haven't really created events ourselves where we're talking about smart meters. What we're trying to do is really partner with the community groups because they can generate the population to attend the audience forum. So that's what we've been doing. But again, if you wanted us to create something and you have an idea of how, where we should be and what audience to target, we can definitely consider it.
Are you guys making an app for the smart meter? So you can connect to a smartphone?
That's pretty funny. They've been discussing that.
Yeah.